If only I could turn back
Hello everyone, my name is Jinx Gaming, but of course you already know that, and if you don't know that, then that means you're new to the channel. Welcome, my name is Jinx Gaming. As you can see, we're here with episode 2 of the Chelsea career mode, and as you've already seen, the next game we have is actually a final in the Community Shield. And we're jumping straight into the action. As you can see, you may have heard last episode, I was looking to sign at Memphis Depay, and as you can see from the title, he is one of the 4 young players that we do actually sign in this episode. So a lot of transfer deals, 52.25 million we go in for him, and then here we go again, and we give him an important because that's what he asked. Even though he's crucial, we'll accept it. We wanted him for 5 years, no release clause. And here we go, 100k we decided to give him, and just a 1 mil signing bonus because I'm pretty loaded. So it's probably an overpay, but I went with it. So we have Memphis Depay already, and our second player that we really wanted was Jadon Sancho. Now I wait a little bit on him just to scout because maybe I'm not too sure about getting him yet. So you'll see if we do actually end up signing him. Daniel Righelli we scout. Fabregas did go to West Ham, did sell. Here we see we simulate. I was just checking. I didn't really want Christensen, but I was having a look if there was any other better candidates. Depay wasn't like a promising player, so I did want to put him in, but surprisingly he wasn't. So we've had to keep with Christensen for a little bit. Here we go. Final report. This guy loan. I'm going to accept every loan he gets, but he's probably not going to go anywhere. And here we go, Jadon Sancho even. Final scout, have a look at his money, and I do decide to try and go for him. So, here we go, we put in, what was it, 7.5 million, I think they want sell on clause. I didn't want 10%, and I couldn't be bothered to put 5, so I thought we're just going to get rid of it, knowing they wanted 10.3, so we thought, meet halfway, do you know what I mean? So we got him for 10 million, so now we go through his wages. We're just having a look what his wage was here. So he is on 15k, I think, at the minute. Yeah, he wanted to spread it now. I'm going to be playing him more than that, so I'll accept it. 5 years because he's only 18, 73 rated, which I didn't think he was that high rated, but he is. So I think we give him, what, 30 here, so we just double it because, like I said, pretty loaded. So as you can see, Jadon Sancho is our second player. Once again, just going straight on with it. This is me here looking at if I need any positions. I was looking at maybe a centre mid, but I do have like 6 centre midfields. Obviously Kovacic is a loan, so maybe another midfielder just in case we can't get him back, because obviously our best midfielder after that is arguably Ruben Loftus-Cheek, or like Barkley or Drinkwater, one of those, depending on how the game's going and what the mood's like. So here I'm just looking at like other players. I'm looking at a right back, because obviously I've got Aspilicueta in there because he play right back, but obviously he is actually a centre back card. Victor Moses can play there, but I only really like him at a 5 at the back formation, which we're not going with. And Zappacosta did injured, and I'm not a massive. I know I'm not playing with the team much, but I just prefer someone a little bit better. Thor and Hazard was also looking at as well, because we're getting pre-contract, so we may get him a little bit later. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Adrian Rabo, he was also on 12 months, so we think, okay, we're talking about those centre mids. Maybe if I just hold off with these 6, and then January I'll get him on the pre-contract and swap him in for Kovacic, even though I still would like to get him. Here, Drinkwater, this was like, okay, I might actually sell him if I can get money, because I actually lowered the other 2 more, Barkley and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So here you can say, don't sell him less than 14 and start it at 18.5. You can see you'll see what happens with that a little bit later. Caballero, I'm just going to keep accepting, but I doubt any of them are going to go through. And Rugani has a final scout, and I looked at him and I thought, you know what? if we're going to be playing Aspilicueta at the minute at the right back, may as well get a centre back. Do you know what I mean? So this is where I put Sancho in the drill. I mean, his dribbling is already absolutely amazing. So, we gave him some attacking to change his shot power, short pass finishing, and attacking positioning because they were a little bit lower. But see, there we go, broken down negotiation. So they couldn't agree with the 18.5, but if you notice, it said start at 18.5 and work your way down, but they must have been so bummed out about it. I'm not sure. Here we unnerve Pep because screw Man City. Here we have the transfer, the youth scout. Fortunately, no one in England. One person here in Spain. But his value wasn't great. It looked okay, 220k value. Like I said, max overall is 67, and the same here in Croatia. Only one player, max overall of 69, I think it is. What's his name? Stepanic. He's 240 value, so no one stand out for my first month. Little bit disappointing. Here I noticed that I was looking at right backs, and then I thought, hold on, I forgot to add Cancelo, but first I'm going to go in for Rugani because, like I said, with the centre backs, like if Aspilicueta is right back, I've got like my backup is Kale, so I think I want someone more sort of Rudiger. So we try and go in here. Can't remember how much I offered him because I wasn't just looking, but as you can see, important 5 years, and I think we just give him 100k, and I think he just accepts that. Yeah, I can't remember how much I bought him for now though. Whoops. Here we adjust it a little bit because we've run out of wage, but we've still got absolutely loads of cash. Here I was having to look at our income and outcome, look at like the shirt sales and different stuff. Okay, we paid 31 million for him. As you can see at the top. Cancelo. Okay, so I'm like, here we go. Kimpembe, which I wish it would have showed up after I got Rugani because it only showed up and I was like, damn it, I probably would have got Kimpembe. And then as you see, me completely forgetting Cancelo only recently joined Juve, so we're going to go in with Alexander-Arnold. I know like last video I said that we'd wait for him a little bit, I don't like just to see because it wasn't someone, I don't know, something about him, as you see there, accepted 17.5, but it wasn't someone that instantly jumped out at me to get in my first season. Rotational, except I'll play more than that, but yeah, 5 years, you wanted a release clause, I'm like, no, because you're going to be way more than that. 34 million, I'm like, anyone could just come and get that, because, do you know what I mean? So I gave him 45, because he was like, oh, because you didn't accept the release clause, we'll probably want more, so I played it safe for 45. And there you go, there are our 4 signings at the bottom there. So we signed Gibbs White and Rulli last episode, so Depay, Sancho, Rugani, and Trent Alexander-Arnold are our 4 young players that we ended up signing in this episode. Sorry that my head's on a little bit of a weird, and I know this isn't, if you do pay really close attention, also like the little eclipse that's around my head isn't the same because it doesn't save your settings. But here we go, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna go over to live me, so we're gonna actually play all of the recent signings. So we're playing Sancho, Depay, Rugani and Alexander-Arnold, and we sort out here, you'll see here, there's no point me explaining it because you can see with your own eyes what we do here with like the benches and stuff, and how we all set it out. So yeah, like I said, for some reason the camera is very weird, so that's why my head's sort of in a little bit of a weird place and I keep going, you know, like that, because I'm like trying to recenter. So there we go, I'm going to hand over to me now, so thank you ever so much for watching. Well, not watching, but I'm going to hand over to me. Thanks. Come on, Chelsea. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the final of the Community Shield. Chelsea versus Man City. Let me just change it to world class. For some reason it always goes back on professional, so let me just quickly sort that out. Okay, and we are ready to go. As you can see from the title, and as you've already seen in the episode, we have signed 4 players, and we're all going to be playing them in their debut for this cup competition. Obviously, it'd be nice to get another bit of silverware, and especially against Man City, like not Chelsea's rival team, but probably the team I hate the most. So it should be good. Here we go. Coming up next, look at this little pre-warm-up. Kante, Aspilicueta, I think that's Rugani, and I can't see who the one who's not facing us is. Oh God. De Bruyne, Aguero, Otamendi, and that Fernandinho, I think the other player was. So look at this, the Flames at Wembley. This is what it means to be here. Nice ball, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith. I have put the sound back on as well. I might end up turning the commentating off in the game, but I will see. But I've got the like the sound, the stadium ambience, if you will. Okay, they've signed also. Not sure what his first name is, but Piero is like a defensive midfielder, isn't he? And there he is, our main guy that we signed, Memphis Depay. Obviously, we only have Giroud, and there's their guy. Obviously, doesn't really have a game face. Looks a little bit like a kid. Like he's just finished primary school, I'm afraid. And there is the Community Shield. I know it's not a trophy, but it's silverware. It'd be nice to, give us like the morale boost before the game, before the season, which we are hoping to finish top 4 in. So here are all our players now. As you can see, Memphis has got the number 9 Sancho as well, Jadon Sancho. Rugani, I did see, who unfortunately hasn't got a game face. I'm not sure about Sancho. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, I'm pretty sure has. So you've already seen my team, so we don't need to see my team really. We already know it. We already know what I've got. There we go, that midfield. That is strong. I will be definitely looking to bring back Kovacic. Or Kovacic, however you want to say it after. So we've got Edison, Walker, Company, Otamendi, Mendy, Fernandinho, Kevin De Bruyne, Pereira, the new signing, Sterling, Aguero, Sane. Looking on the bench, Isco is their only new signing, and they've got the same sort of formation as us. So here we go, we are underway here at Wembley Stadium. Jadon Sancho's first touch of the ball in a Chelsea shirt. It just looks so right. Can he cross one in? Back stick to Moses. Oh, Kante, what's he going to do here? Oh, he has going to try to hit one, but wasted. Memphis Depay here with his first touch of the ball. He's going to play through. Jorginho. Oh, great save by Edison. Could have got an assist with his first little touch there. Played through, not the side that I wanted, but Jorginho still managed to read the run. Couldn't get it the opposite side, the far side of Edison, which is what I was actually aiming for. Okay, they can already read it, so I'm going to put it on the noggin of Alonso. Okay, Jadon Sancho, Kovacic, looking to do something here from the outside of the box. They're all very tight in the middle. I'm trying to find an opening here. Jorginho, Kante's got a bit of space. He's just going to hit one. Good save from Edison. Didn't have quite the power that it had it, but it did enough to obviously force out the save. I'm going to go short here. Kovacic. Oh, I can never pronounce his name. Aspilicueta. I'm not going to shoot with Aspilicueta. Part of me really wanted to, but I'm not going to. We've honestly been dominating this game. Kante again. Back into Memphis. What's he going to do? Memphis gets round Otamendi. Rush shot then. I sort of thought Memphis was going to have a little bit more pace and he was going to be in a different position by the time my shot would have ended up leaving the booth, if you will, or registering. Unfortunately not. Down the middle here, Memphis looking for a pass for Kovacic. Double tap. Oh no. Memphis headering in. Oh, and it's just gone wide. I could have sworn that was in. There was a person on the line anyway, so I was wondering why he wasn't really reacting, and obviously just over. From the angle I looked at, though, he did look closer than that. And as you can see, 20 minutes in, already 6 shots to their 0. Kovacic. Memphis is making a run, but it's gone to Moses instead. That actually wasn't where I wanted it to go. Oh, no, all to no avail, I'm afraid. Oh, they're making a run here. Sane, we know how quick he can be. Rugani. Oh, did he get a touch on it then? Trent Alexander-Arnold, though. The two new defending players in the team working together. Now Memphis, the attacking player. Can I get it to... Oh, I was looking to get it to Sancho. Maybe the four players could have linked up then. Here we go. Alonso. Jadon Sancho! Go on! Oh, not enough power behind the head. Right positioning. Good attacking positioning from him, but... unfortunately, no goal. Kovacic. Here we go here. Cutting back in. Not where I wanted it. I wanted it to go to... Memphis Depay! Is that offside? No, it's not. Memphis Depay on his debut for Chelsea in the Community Shield. He's jumped over the ad board. He don't care. I could have sworn it was offside. Not a pleasant goal. Very, very sloppy. But we did. It is a goal at that. And we have gone 1-0 up against Man City. And you could only say it's deserved. I mean, look at this here. I wanted it to go to Memphis as he was running in. It didn't. Company managed to stop Jadon Sancho from attacking it. Heavy touch though. And it's one of those finishes which isn't great because it's a bit unrealistic. He's facing away from the keeper. A press shoot. He turns his body. First time. Managed to get over Edison. And that's 1-0 to Chelsea in the Community Shield in the 33rd minute. And Memphis Depay, as I've already said, the new number 9, first goal for Chelsea. Kante going to give it through to Depay. They haven't got the pace. They can't catch up to him. There we go. That's a nice goal. 2-0, a finesse shot from Memphis Depay. Man City fans, he's trying to listen. He's trying to see if he can hear them. Only the Chelsea are cheering and singing at the minute. Look at this. I was a little bit nervous because close range like that, I got a little bit panicky. The keeper started coming out as well. I thought, I'm going to try finesse because I haven't tried finesses enough this year in FIFA. And apparently they're OP until a patch that is apparently coming out, which is going to buff them. And I'm like, damn it, I didn't even exploit them because I didn't know they were overpowered. Memphis Depay, you will fit in, son. Welcome to Chelsea Football Club. De Bruyne passing through to Sterling. They've got us on the attack here, but look at the formation. Look at the organisation from our team there. Just all managed to get back. This should be it now. We're just going to run with Jadon Sancho, and it's probably going to be half-time. Into Kante. Maybe an attack here. Victor Moses. Jadon Sancho! Jadon Sancho also on his debut. Who would have thunk it? 3-0 against Manchester City. Obviously it is the Community Shield. People argue in real life Man City did win this. You know, and you could argue it's not a massive deal in the long run, the grand scheme of things. But it's going to mean a lot for the players on their debut to score. Memphis with 2, and now the youngster, the English youngster from Dortmund. Easy goal, but it's gonna mean a lot to him. There's his first goal in a Chelsea shirt. Hopefully much more to come. And there we go, straight after that the half-time whistle drew. Also, I did notice as I was celebrating with Jadon Sancho, unfortunately he doesn't have a game face, which I thought he did, but he doesn't. But what a performance for Chelsea here. I don't know what's going on. Like, I can promise you it's on world class, and this is usually a difficulty where it's like it can go either way. I'm not saying it's abnormal for me to absolutely smash the team, because sometimes I can win like 3-4-0, but other times I can very easily lose 3 or 4-0. And as we can see there, we have held them at bay to not even taken a shot, which is rare. And usually, I mean, you can even see from the last game that we played against Atletico Madrid in the American Challenge Cup final, by half time, even though I was winning 2-0, the possession was much, much closer. So maybe it's just almost like a burn inside my hatred for Man City, you could say. But it's driving me to absolutely want to smash them and win this second piece of silverware. But I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get in to the second half. So Manchester City are going to kick it off for us here, and Aguero kicks us off for the second half. Jadon Sancho here, nice little work on the left. 1-2 with Marcus Alonso, back with Jadon Sancho. Maybe for Depay for his hat-trick. Maybe Depay! Memphis! Depay to put Chelsea 4 whole goals up of Manchester City in the 51st minute. And his first start for Chelsea, his first 3 goals, and obviously his first hat-trick on his first game. What absolute seas this is. He's going to be absolutely loving life. Maybe already a proven Chelsea legend under Jinx Gaming's reign, managerial reign here. But hopefully he can carry the form on at Stamford Bridge and the other Premier League clubs. 4-0 Chelsea. Surely that's the Community Shield won. Working up a nice little passing play here. Kante, nice one. Kante managing to put his body in front of it and winning it back. And surely not. Memphis Depay, the pace is absolutely rapid. Back to Kante. How nice would that have been if he would have scored after stopping their nice little attack that they had going. Gonna go short here. Kovacic straight in. Unfortunately, all to no avail. And now they could get an attack themselves. Here they go. Too heavy though. Jadon Sancho actually doing the defensive work and cutting it out. And it's come back to him. Jadon Sancho, Kovacic. Down the middle again, the opposite side of Otamendi. And unfortunately not the way that Memphis Depay was running. And it's a throw-in. Manchester City have just brought on Gabriel Jesus. Looking for that maybe extra bit of pace up front. Sterling here, using the pace, switching it to this new player, Gar. Never heard of him. What a save from Kepa. Kepa will be delighted, because even though as an attacking prowess we have been so fortunate today, the defence haven't had to do much, so it's probably meant a lot for Kepa to hopefully keep a clean sheet today, and that's a big save on doing so. It's come out to the same man at the edge of the box, Vincent Kompany. They're passing it around here. They also can't find a way in like we couldn't earlier on. Kante blocks it out. Jadon Sancho. Victor Moses is looking for a pass through to the new danger man now of the club. Here we go. Memphis dropping the shoulder. Dropping another shoulder. Oh, and it was just the end product that was wide. That would have been such a nice goal. And we are going to bring on Aymeric Laporte. You would have thought maybe more attackers. But no, they are bringing on a new defender. You can argue he has maybe got a bit more attacking prowess to him. And we're bringing on Morgan Gibbs White because we can also see him sort of be in the celebrations and say he's contributed to it. I'm also going to bring off Sancho and put on Eden Hazard. Just so he can... I don't know, actually... No, I'm going to take off Depay and put Hazard up front for now, sort of so Depay can have his sort of extra standing ovation, sort of his farewell off sort of thing, you know what I'm saying? Not farewell, but he's sort of the gratification he deserves. And then we'll also take Alexander-Arnold off after being a brick in defence, keeping a clean sheet. Put David Luiz in, so making all 3 subs at once, 1 in each compartment, so an attacker, a midfielder and a defender, just for the last 15 minutes. I doubt it'll be a massive difference, but it's just to get some new faces on the pitch. So here we go, Memphis Depay coming off, the man of the game. Without him, this game could have looked very, very different. And yes, Alexander-Arnold, I just saw, does have a game face. We're going to go defensive, just in case now, just to make sure we keep that clean sheet to wrap up a perfect game. Isco now, he's come on as well, giving it through to Jesus. Got a little bit more pace about them. Kepa manages to save it. Quite an easy shot, but he still needed to be alert to save that. And maybe get a little bit of an attack here. Someone's closing down Gibbs White. Oh, unfortunately not. Couldn't get one more attack. Oh, that was a little bit dodgy, I think, from David Luiz, but the referee controversially hasn't given anything. Eden Hazard, what can he do? Oh, man of the match. Let's listen. Memphis Depay. I mean, you can't argue with that, can you? Obviously, goals and everything isn't everything in a goals and like assists isn't everything in a game. You do have to look at the defence as well. But I mean, as you can, as we saw at half time, the fact they hadn't even taken a shot means that the defence really didn't have to do that much, have to stop that much. You could argue that maybe it was the defence that kept him at bay, but you can't argue with a hat-trick on your debut. And there we go. We are the Community Shield winners. That is the guy on his debut. 6 attempts, 3 goals. That's a decent debut for him. He's going to be ready and raring to go for the Premier League. I can assure you that. And here we go. Obviously, this sight is getting all too familiar. Aspilicueta, the captain, holding the silverware and lifting it into the air to claim Chelsea Football Club as the winners of the Community Shield. Not even a competitive game, you could argue, yet. And we've already got 2 pieces of silverware. Obviously, not the biggest. That's obviously why they start off like that. They're the 2 smaller silverwares throughout the whole season that you can get. But that's not what matters, On a CV, when you have, 5 GCSEs, just specify that, one of them's RE and citizenship. No, you tell them how many GCSEs you've got. And here we go. Look at this. The team celebrating the FA Community Shield champions. Everyone that was involved. That guy at the back, Memphis Depay, an absolute massive help. There we go. So anyway, that's where I'm going to leave the video there. A quite productive episode. We've signed 4 new players. Looked a little bit into the youth academy system. There's 2 players that maybe we could sign, which you'll have saw earlier. And also now the final of the Community Shield. Victor Moses is happy. I did play him as he asked. So that's where I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do this 1 player development as I say farewells, and that's going to be it. So thank you ever so much for watching. I've been your host, Jinx Gaming. Let your thoughts be heard in the comments box down below. Just like I said, let me know what you think of this series. I'm really enjoying it, and your support means a lot when you give me feedback and tell me different stuff. So keep your comments or your thoughts letting me know what you think, and yeah, I'll be sure to do a little bit more of it. So anyway, peace, bye bye for now.